Hi guys, time to look ahead to racing on Saturday. It's day 3 of the championship on the Highvelds. Hello again from me, Rouvaun Smit. Good to have you along for our preview of Champions Day at Turffontein, where we have 12 races on the card. We're off to a bright and early start. 11:30 sees the running of the first race. There are 4 Grade 1s and 5 other feature races we can look forward to on the afternoon. And to add to the excitement of the day, there is also a R1 million Pick 6 carryover. It's estimated to get up to R5 million by the time race 4 gets underway on the day. But that's not all. You can also bet with Tab into Hong Kong's massive pools from races 6 to 11 on the program. And while on the subject of Mammoth, don't forget your free Hollywoodbet Punter Challenge entry. You need to have your selections on 5 minutes before the advertised starting time of the first. Take the bet slip, very important. Take the bet slip, because that will put you in line for that life-changing jackpot if you are the one person to correctly pick all the winners on the program. Speaking of winners, I think there are quite a few standouts on the day, and there are 12 races to work through, so let's get straight into it. The first race off at 11:30, maiden juvenile plate over 1600 metres. I'm looking no further than the favourite, number 1, Whispering Death. I think we'll get off to a favourable start. This will probably be the anchor in many all-to-comes for the weekend. Whispering Death quickened up nicely when winning its second start, and I do think won a lot easier than the official margin does suggest. We'll love the step-up in trip to 1600, and from pole position, will have the run of the race, and I do think can make it back-to-back wins. So, 1 Whispering Death to win the opener, ahead of 3 Golden Warrior, 4 Ideal Summer, 6 Royal Jacket. Second race, first of our features. It's also the first leg of the bipot. You need to be on at 12:05. It's the SA Fillies Nursery Grade 2. This race over 1160, small field of 7. I'm siding with number 7, One Fine Winter. This horse was an easy winner. Second time out when shedding her maiden tag. That was over 1100 on this track just 2 weeks ago. She raced from just off the pace. She quickened up nicely, and then she drew clear in the closing stage, and I think a repeat of that run will see her back in the number 1 box. So it's 7 One Fine Winter, ahead of 4 Glastonbury, 3 Allegantrix, and 1 Arashi, the selections in the second. Moving on to race 3, the SA Nursery Grade 2 over 1160. First leg of the pier, you need to be on by 12:40. Just 6 runners to contest the third race on the card. And if I look back at last Saturday, there was one horse that really stood out, the manner in which it won, and that was number 2, Esteemed. And I think this Saturday, we're pretty much going to see a repeat of what we saw last week. Sat on the heels of the early speed, quickened up well, and then won with a lot more ease in hand than what the official margins suggest. Yes, he does take on a much stronger, but he does look to be well above average. And if this race does not come too soon after last Saturday, will take a power of beating and will remain unbeaten after Saturday. So I'm going with 2 Esteemed to win race 3, ahead of 3 King Harold, 1 Charming Cheetah, 5 Green Diamond. Fourth race, first leg of the Pick 6. You need to be on at 13:15. First leg of the carry forward Pick 6. There's R1 million boosting the pool. A field of 15 runners to contest this merit-rated 75 handicap. A race for fillies and mares over 1100 metres. Fillies and mares, guys will tell you, field and more. Many won't even be looking at narrowing it down. Just put field for the opening leg to make sure you survive and get through the first leg of the carry forward Pick 6. I had to narrow it down, and my first choice selection is number 1, Quasi Cat. Now, I like the way that this horse finished off last time when winning its last start over 1160, and it's good to see that Andrew Fortune is retaining the ride on number 1, Quasi Cat. If I look at the opposition she's up against, it's pretty much similar to that she beat last time out, and all she needs to do is just to repeat that performance, and I think she'll end up in the number 1 box. So my first choice is 1 Quasi Cat, ahead of 4 Blizzard Snow, 6 Take Your Place, and 3 Divine Moonlight. Race 5 is another merit-rated handicap, this time at the 82 level. 12 of them to contest the opening leg of the jackpot. You need to be on at 13.50. Here a case can be made for a number of them, and I promise you, you're more than likely going to have to play with a bit of cover to get you safely through the first leg of the jackpot and the second leg of that carry forward pick 6. My first choice selection is number 6, Press On Regardless. I do think his last 2 starts have been good. He set the pace over the course and distance last time out and literally got caught in the shadow of the post. What does count in his favour is that he now returns to handicap company. Diego de Gouveia knows him well and is likely to adopt the same tactics. Take him to the front and say, come and catch me if you can. So my first choice in race 5, 6 Press On Regardless, ahead of 1 Fully Loaded, 11 After Hours and 2 Palace Dancer. Now we get to the Grade 1 action, race 6, the Empress Club Stakes over 1600 metres. Small field of 7 runners, and here we can make a case for quite a few of them because there are some hard knockers in this race, the likes of 7 Fatal Flaw. There's 8 VJ's Angel. There's also 2 White Pearl. All of them have got winning chances. I, however, am siding with number 5, Spumante Dolce. Yes, disappointed last time out in the Grade 1 Wilgebosdrift SA Fillies Classic. However, the vet reported that this horse had mucus in its trachea. It's the penultimate run that certainly catches the eye. The win in the Grade 1 Wilgebosdrift Gauteng Fillies Guineas, that was very, very impressive. She's unbeaten, 2 from 2 of the course and distance. I think on Saturday she can make a 3 from 3. So 5 Spumante Dolce to win it, ahead of 7 Fatal Flaw, 6 VJ's Angel and 2 White Pearl. On to race 7, it's the Computer Form Sprint Grade 1 to be run over 1,000 metres, a field of 12 to contest race 7, and here I'm going with a horse that I've been a fan of from I think day 1. Every time this horse runs I tip him and he very seldom lets the side down. I'm talking 1 William Robertson. Now, if you look at his form, he's got top consistent form lines. He won the Grade 3 JJ the Jet Plane last time out. That was over the course and distance. He loves to race up handy, and with Ryan Munger retaining the ride, I do think that he can bring up the hat-trick. So it's 1 William Robertson, ahead of 2 Lucky Lad, 8 Pistol Pete, 4 Cruise Control. Race 8 is the Champions Challenge Grade 1 over 2,000 metres. 11 runners to contest race 8 on the card. It doesn't get easier as we work our way through the card though. Here's some hard knockers here as well, but guess what? Many will think I'm probably going to go Purple Picture or Royal Victory or even Son of Raj. I'm actually going for the 3-year-old against the older brigade. I'm siding with number 10, Fire Attack. Now, I think he left it for a little bit too late last time out in the Grade 1 SA Classic. But the manner in which he has been finishing off his races certainly tells me that he will enjoy the step-up in trip to 2,000 metres. He does have the widest draw to contend with, but he's got Richard Free. That's in the irons for Alec Laird. Richard will no doubt drop him out and time this run to perfection. It's the nice, long Turffontein straight. He'll be picking them off one by one in the run to the wire. So I'm going 10 Fire Attack, ahead of 2 Purple Picture, 1 Royal Victory, and 4 Son of Raj. Moving on to race 9, it's the SA Derby Grade 1. A race for 3-year-olds over 2,450 metres. 13 runners will contest race 9. And you know, there's one thing that I've been taught in racing. Follow them till beaten. And a horse that fits that category is number 7, Immediate Edge, from the Mike and Matthew de Kock training partnership. This horse is unbeaten, 3 from 3 to date. Now, he had to work hard for that last victory when he had to fight off Wild Intent, with whom he renews rivalry this time, and Wild Intent is 3 kilos better off at the weights. So, it does mean that 7 Immediate Edge will have a little bit more to do, but I do think that if one takes his style of racing into account, I don't think he's going to let the side down. He certainly looks well above average. He's still on the up, and I do think he will enjoy the step up to 2,450 metres, and Ryan Munger, who knows him well, is back on board and should give him all the necessary assistance he deserves. So I'm going 7, Immediate Edge to Remain Unbeaten, ahead of 6, Wild Intent, 2, Legend of Arthur, and 1, Parisian Walkway. Race 10, the SA Oaks Grade 2 for 3-year-old fillies over 2,450 metres. 11 runners to contest race 10 on the programme. I'm siding here with number 1, Fiery Pegasus. She was super impressive when she won the Grade 1 SA Wilgebosdrift Fillies Classic last time out. She showed a good turn of foot and she certainly pulled clear and won with ease. She does stride 2,450 for the first time, but I do think the way she finishes off, 2,450 shouldn't be a problem for her. If she sees out the extra, she should give us a good run for our money. So, 1, Fiery Pegasus, ahead of 2, World of Alice, 3, Gabera, and number 6, Taduk. 1, 2, 3, 6, race number 10. Race 11, the Hawaii Stakes Grade 2, over 1,400 metres, 9 runners to contest race 11. I'll make this a boat race between number 1, Main Defender, and number 7, Cosmic Speed. I am, however, leaning towards number 7, Cosmic Speed, with a bit of preference. Winner of the Grade 1 Wilgebosdrift HF Oppenheimer Horse Chestnut Stakes last time out. Raced from a handy position, showed a good turn of foot, and then actually drew clear to win a very good contest. Richard Fourie is on board and has won on him previously, and I do think that he's the one that I'm going to side with marginally, ahead of 1, Main Defender, who absolutely loves this track and trip. If you look at his course and distance record for 5 runs, 4 wins and a second, means that he is going to give the biggest amount of cheek. Gavin Larena knows him well, and he should be involved in the shake-up as well. So I'm going 7, Cosmic Speed, marginally, ahead of 1, Main Defender, 2, Barbaresco, and number 3, Texas Red. That takes us on to the last of the day. It jumps at 6 o'clock. Race 12, the Caradoc Gold Cup listed over 2,850 metres. 12 runners to contest the last race on the programme. And I'm going with number 1, Poets Warrior, who's back on the high fold after a trip to Cape Town, where he finished 3.5 lengths behind the winner in the Grade 3 Western Cape Stayers. JP van der Merwe is likely to use that early gate speed to get him out, to get him to cross, to settle up front, and then to take matters from the front and keep going all the way to the wire. I do think that if they overcome the draw, then they'll be very hard to peg back in the run to the wire. Poets Warrior is also unbeaten in 3 starts on this track, and I do think can bounce back to winning ways. So, 1, Poets Warrior to win the last, ahead of 2, Marauding Horde, 4, Breeze Over, and 6, Soulmate. And that takes care of a preview of the 12 races to be run on Champions Day at Turffontein on the Highvelds. I trust you'll find the winners. It certainly is a cracking card to look forward to. Till next time from me, Rouvaun, you take care. Cheers for now.